Sindhi chicken curry. Did you know you can cook a spectacular dinner for your date in the comfort of your own kitchen and home? If you don't believe me, I'll show you how. Here's what you'll need for 6 delicious servings. You're gonna start off with 1 cup of plain yogurt. You're gonna need some cornstarch, some vegetable oil, 2 cups of finely chopped green onions, 3 sliced celery sticks, a tablespoon of minced peeled ginger root, a tablespoon of finely chopped garlic, a tablespoon of minced green chili, basil flakes, some cumin powder, some turmeric, cayenne pepper, and finely chopped coriander. You'll need a cup of that. Now you'll also need 3 cups of chunky tomatoes, which you can get in a can at your local store, some salt, and a very traditional Indian ingredient, which is garam masala, which actually means a warm mixture, and that's going to add some very delicious flavor to your meal. And we're going to be using 12 pieces of chicken thighs. You can get this as well as your local store. You can use any other pieces, but we're going to be working with the thighs. Now, out of all these ingredients, we all know that Indian food is not only delicious for you, but it's very healthy. The cumin powder and the turmeric being the 2 most healthiest ones in this recipe. Well, since we know it's healthy for you, let's get cooking. So step 1 would be to salt your chicken. Now, while we were getting our health benefits checked out, I went ahead and did that. Now you want to do this thoroughly to each and every piece of the chicken. That would be step number 1. The second step is to, in a separate bowl, you're going to want to mix your yogurt and your cornstarch. So we'll throw in the cornstarch first, so it's at the bottom nicely. Take the yogurt, and you can use a spoon or you can use a whisk. And you're going to want to mix that thoroughly. This is going to make it even thicker than it already is. We're going to use that later. So there you go. Looking good. We're going to set that aside. Step number 3, your ginger, the garlic, and the chilies. And we're going to head over to the stove. I'll see you there. Okay, so in 3 tablespoons of the oil, which I've already preheated, okay, at medium heat, you're going to dump in your ginger. Be very careful. Dump in the garlic. Smells really good. And all of your chilies. Now you're going to stir that up. Keep in mind at medium heat, nothing more, nothing less, for roughly 2 minutes. Alright, so after 2 minutes, you don't want to let it overburn. Get the flavor in there. You're going to add in your chicken. Alright, so just slide that in. There we go. Each and every piece. Okay, so you're going to throw it all in after you've seasoned it with salt. If you haven't done so already. Now there is no time limit to how long you leave the chicken in here, but stir it up with the ginger and the garlic, and you're going to leave it in there until it browns, and then we'll come back to it. Alright, so once your chicken has browned and changed its color, you want to reduce the heat. Okay, make sure it doesn't burn. We're going to add the rest of our spices. So we'll bring them over. We're going to add 1 tablespoon of basil flakes. Okay, make sure you get it all over. Half a teaspoon of the turmeric. Okay. 1 teaspoon of the cumin powder. Make sure you get it all over. And finally, you're going to bring your cayenne pepper. You're going to throw that in there. Should be half a teaspoon. But depends how spicy you want it. Now you're going to mix that in. You're going to bring the heat back to medium-high. And make sure you stir that thoroughly for roughly 3 minutes. Alright, so after about 3 minutes, you'll notice that rich Indian flavor that's coming through your house. Now comes the best part. We're almost done. Add the tomato. Be very careful. Just pour that all over. Okay. You're gonna throw in all of your yogurt mix in there. The one we made earlier. Get that all in there. Okay. We're gonna use half of the coriander, not all of it. Just half. We're gonna use the rest of it later. So we'll come back to it. But you are gonna throw in all of the green onion. Look how beautiful that looks. And the celery. Now you, depending on your own taste, you want to add more salt. It's always a good idea to add a little more salt, not too much. Gives it a little flavor. And you're gonna bring this to a boil, so you may want to turn up the heat. And stir thoroughly. So once you hear it boiling, uncover it. I'm gonna reduce the heat to low. Let's see, yeah, looks good. So we're gonna let it simmer for roughly about 20 minutes or until the chicken changes color and it's no longer pink inside. So let it sit there for roughly 20 minutes, let it simmer, and we'll go check on it in 20 or so. Alright, so after 20 minutes, okay, it looks good. You've let it simmer. Take it away off the heat or turn the heat off completely. Now the garam masala, just put that all in. Very good. This is gonna add that special Indian touch to it. It's flavors of India, it's all in here now. I'm gonna mix that in and you garnish it with the rest of the coriander. Beautifully. There we go. And it's almost ready to serve. Okay, so in a short while it'll be ready to serve on a plate. And here you have it. A beautiful North Indian style chicken curry. Enjoy. I know I will.
It smells good. This is so tasty. How did you do this?
Well, I did it with the power of love. I shall move mountains to conquer your heart. You're my angel, my immortal idol, and you're my endless love.
You are so wonderful. You're a wonderful man.